everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Flacco's Ravens. With that, let's get you on up to Baltimore as we welcome in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second down, Flacco now. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. On the move to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Bootleg, Flacco. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense, a crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this, such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Flacco right back to work after the pick 6. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. It's caught. It's Dennis Pitta. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And it's brought in by Pitta. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now West, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The ground game, no doubt, that was an issue for Baltimore this year, finishing 28th. Now West, he was their leader, but only 774 yards.
Can you believe you just said that? The ground game was an issue for Baltimore?
Yeah.
Because that's what they're based on. I mean, that's who they are offensively. Being able to run the football, set that tone, set that physicality, and then throw the ball off of it. That wasn't Ravens football in 2016. I can't wait to see what they do next season. And will Terrence West be their lead running back?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
To pass, Flacco. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. Third down here.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. This will be caught just inside the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Passing play, Flacco, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mike Wallace from 4 yards out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. second down. Here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And always first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's West. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help. And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Falcons are going to get a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Elvis Dumerville there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan on second down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here's the option going right. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's what they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And now here come the Ravens. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game thrown.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bootleg, Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, welcome back to the Elite Flyers Club, Mike Wallace in 2016. Back over 1,000 yards catching the ball. We always knew he could run, Brandon. But this year, I thought he really improved route running and making some more difficult contested catches.
And now Steve Smith gone, and Mike Wallace will be 31 when next season starts, but a lot more weight on his shoulders.
He'll still be able to run. That won't be the problem. But at 31, he'll also understand how to be craftier in what he does and make some of those difficult catches a little easier for himself.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Third and long for Joe Flacco. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to look to throw on fourth with Flacco. And it's brought in by Pitta. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Flacco toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And Steve Smith still making catches on Madden, but his career is over, finishing it with over 1,000 grabs, over 14,000 yards, and 81 touchdowns.
And no one went out better, as far as I'm concerned, than Steve Smith. Did you see his letter to the commissioner?
Tell me about it.
Where he said that I will no longer be around to antagonize defensive backs.
And he did just that.
Agent 89 out.
And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Flacco. That's caught at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Flacco will take to the air again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
On the sneak here, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Joe Flacco in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. they'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
He's got time. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Ryan. And this one's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Third and long. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan on second down. Deep drop. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On third down, Ryan finding time. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out to their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go
under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Now Flacco. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Rolling the dice on fourth. Flacco. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now. It's another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, 75 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Flacco looking to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Second down following the run. On second down, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On second down, Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns and's got him in the lead. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First and 10 here for Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on second and 10 now. Flacco to throw again on second down. Catch left side here by Aiken. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Flacco looks to throw.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bootleg, Flacco. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He hits West underneath. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Allen, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with West. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. And now a timeout's going to be called here. I think it was by the defense. It was. And that's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this second half. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Flacco looking to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Ryan on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. On second down, Ryan. Time for a break. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We're back to finish this one off after this. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan backing up. It's caught. Jones. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Now, do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. This call down near the goal line. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Ready, gun. Slam. Gun. Check your hot read. Hey, wait out. Watch the whip.
To throw forward is Ryan. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. Catch left side here by Aiken. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
10 yards still left on second down. Ryan wants to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On the end around, this is Julio Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.